Hello, how are we doing today? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I have such an amazing topic. Today's topic is about denying yourself. See, I'm already stuttering, but that's normal. That's fine. I'm not going to deny myself because this is the first time I'm doing this. Actually, this is more like the 100th, but that's okay because I'm not going to deny myself my own abilities because I know I'm more than capable of creating such an amazing video that I could reach to people that people can feel inspired by. All right, let's get into it. See? I didn't deny myself. All right. So let's get into it. Okay. You are depriving yourself of your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, and light because you believe they're either too big or too far out of reach for you to achieve. Now, once you believe that your desires are valid and can actually be achieved, they're not as far as you think. See, we place things like so far, we feel like, we fill our headspace with like, oh my gosh, I have this, but this person's doing it like this, and it's like it explodes in our head, and it's like, how can one possibly think that it's close when it seems so far? Now, when you break it down and you write your desires, you write what you want, you write all your needs and wants, and it becomes a lot smaller because you could literally write it down and look, and right in front of you, you're like, oh wow, like it isn't that far. I just have to follow, I have to follow steps. You're not just going to go from A to B and overnight. Like sometimes it takes a few times just to get to where you want to be. So now, can you imagine that you follow through with that idea, that ambition, that goal that you've been waiting, you've been putting it off for so long? Can you imagine what your life is going to feel like when you finally say, okay, today's the day. This is the day that I stop denying myself and I start believing in myself. And I know that, okay, this is possible. I'm more than able to do this. Now, part of the problem is that you're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to feel like an imposter. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, like, no, it shouldn't be me doing this. Well, I'm here to tell you that all the people that are successful, that are doing what you want to do, they didn't know what they were doing at one point. At one point, they were just winging it. They literally were just winging that, and they weren't sure, if it was going to work out or not. But you know what? They kept to the script, they kept going, and they didn't deny themselves. And now they're where you want to be. Now, I think the biggest cheat code to this is being uncomfortable. I know, like, it's like, oh, like nobody wants to be uncomfortable, but like, imagine if you being uncomfortable just for a little while, imagine that is the thing keeping you from being to where you want to be. Just because you're afraid just to be a little uncomfortable for a little bit. Wow. Sorry, I've been drinking my matcha and it got me going. It got things clicking. Imagine just being uncomfortable for a little bit is what's stopping you from literally living your dream life. Can you imagine? Now, this is the thing. You have to do things that no one has done before, and okay. I tried to get an editor for this. I'm going a little off track. I decided to get an editor for this, and what he sent me back was crazy. I was like, this is not what I want. So I'm trying not to mess up. So if I do mess up, I might just leave it in because I've tried to fix things, but it's a lot harder than you think. So you have to do things that you've never done before. Because if you keep doing the same things and you're wondering why you're still in the same place, it's because you're not switching it up. You're not making yourself uncomfortable. You're not implementing any kind of change, and therefore you're staying stagnant. You're not going anywhere. Okay, this is a very important part. People's judgments and opinions, like, sometimes they unsolicit things and it's like their little bit of advice that they sprinkle in your ear. You think like, okay, like that's good. Like they're trying to help me. No, sometimes you have your own energy and your own vibe for something, and somebody's sprinkle might not be your vibe just because, maybe they're trying to help you, but sometimes like you got to do it yourself. You got to believe in yourself and your ideas, and you just got to go full-fledged for it. Don't, it's good to ask for opinions and stuff, but like you want it to be authentically you, and sometimes people's opinions will throw you off and then you'll second guess yourself, and it's like that little bit of energy just completely messed you up on that trajectory you were on. Yeah, you have to give yourself permission. And you have to make your own lane and take up space. Like, this is you. Like, whatever it is that you have your mind, like whatever I'm talking about that you are thinking of, like, you have to take up space, as much space as you want. Like, this universe is abundant. This universe is abundantly created for us to create and take up space. And like, what kind of universe would this be if we all didn't pitch in something, to make it different, to make it great, to make it beautiful, to make it diverse. This is the thing, like, it's so simple, but it's so hard. Bittersweet, right? These things that you desire, you have to firmly believe that they are valid. You have to believe in your mind, your heart, your spirit, your soul. You have to believe. That's me getting away too. Like, I've learned, like, I can't get too far from the mic or else I sound like a robot. I think I could actually do one. Hold on, let me see. Hopefully I don't mess this up.
Yeah, like, I could do this. I really hope you could hear this. And I kind of hope you can, but oh well. Okay, getting back to what we're talking about.
So, yeah. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your ideas. You got to believe that you can obtain them. And stop putting yourself on the back burner. You are not a stove. You're not a stove. Why are you putting everything that you want and you desire in the back? Like, you're doing, okay, well, I have to get to work. Okay. Well, I have to help somebody else with their things. Like, why are we so quick to help other people with their dreams and their ambitions, but when it comes to us, we're put last? Like, our cup is not, we don't got nothing in our cup, and we're pouring into everybody else's cup, and we're working for somebody else. And bruh, like, your cup is gonna be empty because you wanna be so nice and help everybody. That's great. But what happens to when you're 90 years old, rotten in bed, and you're like, yeah, I really wish I would have followed through with that, because life is so short. And if we don't follow through with our ideas and our ambitions, one day we're just going to be rotting in bed. And you know what? No one's going to remember the time maybe you embarrassed yourself, or maybe the time that you try to do something and you get, no one cares. Do you guys realize how many people are in their own heads at all times? Like most people are just walking through life unconsciously. They wake up, they go to work, they brush their teeth, da, 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 da. I don't know why they would go to work and then brush their teeth, but I've actually worked at a place. Sorry, I'm going off topic. I've worked at a place where I was like snooping around, and I opened one of the cabinets. There's like toothbrush, toothpaste, like everything, all hygienic needs. I'm like, okay, maybe he has bad breath. He did have bad breath. Sorry, I gotta laugh off camera because my laugh is like way too much. Yeah. But yeah, this is the thing. This is the hardest part, is like really just following through with what your desires are. The more time and energy that is spent fighting against, I made a PowerPoint, fighting against your true feelings, the more unnecessary suffering that you create in your own life. Wow. I'm going to read that one more time without interrupting what I'm saying. The more time and energy that is spent fighting against your true feelings, the more unnecessary suffering that you create in your own life. Why? We're constantly fighting ourselves on what we think we deserve. Oh, when I grow up, I want to live in, like a nice cottage, and, have a nice car. Like, no, I want to live in a mansion. I want, like set the bar high. The only person limiting themselves is you. That's it. You're literally a prisoner in your own mind. Like, if you really can manage and find a way to, master your mind, master your thoughts, if you gotta play games on yourself or play tricks in your mind, like sometimes you have to do that. You have to trick yourself. Yeah, like how much longer do you want to live like this? Like unfulfilled, um no goals, like you're not working towards anything. But here's this thing. Like mentally, you want it. You want it so bad, but it's like you're constantly being distracted and you can't put your body is going to feel this rejection. Like, why? Your body's going to be off, your brain's going to be off, and everything's going to be off because you're not on your path. You're not doing what you want to do. So your brain and your body and your mind, you're going to feel not good. You're not going to feel good at all because you're not going for what you're meant to be doing. And essentially that's going to lead to depression. That's going to lead to all bad things. I'm trying to make it bad for you guys, just to get you guys to like go for it and just do it, like wing it. Who cares? Like people are gonna judge, yeah, but if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Period. Oh, see, it's so funny because I didn't turn this. I have this like little, it's like a DJ thing. Hold on, I'm still learning it. It is.
No, that's not the one I was looking for. Ah!
Okay, hold on, give me a second. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Me. Okay. We're gonna mess around with the soundboard when I actually know what I'm doing because that did not work. Okay. So solutions. Okay. Here are solutions because I mentioned a lot of problems that a lot of us have with the ability not to be able to focus on what it is that we want in our desires in life and where it's gonna lead us, essentially. You have to make peace with who you are. Like, for example, I'm very unhinged. Like, I'm out of the ordinary, like I am who I am. I'm very unserious, but I'm like there's a lot of things about myself that like sometimes I question. I'm like, "Oh, like I don't really like this, but I like this, but like this is who I am." And if I don't make peace with who I am and I don't love who I am, always wanting to be somebody else, but you don't even know that that person's trying to be somebody that they're not. So authentically love who you are and make peace with who you are. And recognize this unconscious cycle that you have been stuck into and free yourself from it. Structure yourself. You need structure. You need habits. You need routines. You need to read books. Get off TikTok and start reading books or listen to podcasts. Hi, hello, Nikki here, Realigned Podcast. How we doing? I would press one of these buttons and make myself sound cooler, but we're not going back. Yes, I have a hospital bracelet on. Wow. See what I mean? I'm unhinged. Like you never know what you're going to get. Yeah. The world needs your authentic self. Like it genuinely needs your authentic self and it needs your talents, whatever it is. Like it needs to be brought to light because right now it's been in the darkness and it's time to bring it to light because no one else is going to do it but you. I know you're tired of hearing this, but it's true. Like if you want it that bad, you're going to go out and get it. Like that's it, period, point blank, period. So yeah, in conclusion, like, I could admit this myself. Like I've been struggling with trying to find what it was that I wanted to do and find what, bits and pieces that I can come together and put out into the universe that could help people, that could uplift people. That's what I love doing. I love talking and I love helping people. I know, right? Sounds crazy, but I do. And, sometimes it takes a while to figure it out with whatever you want to do. And once you figured it out, see, I'm stuttering. I wanted to make this perfect, but I understand it's not going to be perfect. So it is what it is at this time. But yeah, valid. Stop denying yourself. Okay. Guys, I hope you like this episode. Tune in for more because there will be more. And yeah, thank you for watching Realigned Podcast.